H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, come to you live from all over the country. I'm on the West Coast, he over there, coming to you live. But guess what? We're broadcasting live on not HBO, on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. And today is Monday. Happy holidays! Happy holidays! I can't wait. I know. Third. Wait. Christmas, man. Christmas ain't but 2 days. It don't feel like it. Christmas ain't but 2 days off. So Christmas is Wednesday. Women Rock Wednesday is Christmas. We won't be Women Rock Wednesday in that day. And then wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Let me look at my thing. Let me look at my calendar. Hold up, y'all. Let me make sure I got this thing right. December the 25th. It is Wednesday. Gosh. Yes. Wow. I can't wait. Jeremy Davis, what's up, man? Daryl Anderson, what's up? That is Moody, what's up, man? Man, y'all done got me messed up around here. It's about to get good. It's got to get good. Hold on, let me. I see your Odyssey. I see you. I saw your Odyssey over there. I saw you. I see some more people. Y'all hiding on me back there. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's the Chop Shop right there. Ain't nobody in the Chop Shop yet. Did we share the show? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Did everybody share the show? I think I did. I always share the show, don't I? I think I did. Share the show. And maybe out Christmas chopping, whatever. Of course, I'm gonna go do a little something after this. But yes. Rest in peace. Rest in power. I hope y'all know. This like the second time this has happened to the Chop Shop. Lionel Gar used to watch the Chop Shop. Um, um, and he passed away. But Walter Yates, man, he's one of the first guys, one of the first commenters, one of the first everything. Hey, son, one of the first antagonists. He used to always antagonize the women on Women Rock Wednesday. Yeah, man, you don't need to have them on the show. I'm just sitting, y'all got to understand, we're in community. We in community. I'm going to miss him. I got a phone call early. Y'all got to understand, on Thursday, the man was on the Chop Shop commenting. On Friday, it's unbelievable. I talked to some people who had just went to the game with him. I don't know what the illness was. Man, we're older. Darius, I care about you. I care about Jeremy Davis. I care, Sean Son, you know how I feel about her. I care about Big Coach. I care about Odyssey. A. Smith. I love I- y'all. If something was to happen, if that is Moody, what I'd feel. But y'all, we got to realize that we got to celebrate their lives. All death is the cessation of life that we know it. And that's why I'm always hard for me to talk about these subjects because I I know how fragile this body is. That's why I don't like talking negative about people. We don't know how long we're gonna have them. Everybody is valuable. Otis Lanier, Lester Dunn, everybody on this show is valuable to me. Of course, I'm gonna go back and forth. That's what makes the show good. I don't take it personal. Yo, Anson Fowler, Lester, Dwayne, Lee Esther Spring, and Nelson. We're all, this is a part of community. Don't let nobody break us up. How can you let somebody tell you not to watch the Chop Shop? This your show. This your community. I just happen, and Jimmy just happened to be the stewards of it. And I'm trying to be a great steward of it. I'd like to say, if you go back 8 years ago and look at the show from then and now, I'd like to say we did a good job. That's why I tell y'all be laughing at me. I say I need 100, I need 20 more signings. I need 20 more Odysseys. I need 20 more Brandon Wheatfall. Brandon, what if something happened to you? Who gonna take Walter Yates' place? This why I tell you to duplicate yourself on the show. You feel me? This why. Ivan Pettit. This why I need 20 more Ivan Pettits. Alton Dunbar, I need 10. Alton, I ain't never seen your name. I need 10 more. Because if something happened to Herb Baker, I'm gonna hurt. No matter what he be, no matter what he say, no matter what he think about me. Because I'm that kind of guy. I don't secretly have nothing against none of y'all. Nobody. Y'all, I don't have time. If y'all see what I be doing that's why I give guys shout outs like Stephen Curry. Because I know what he's doing. I give guys out what they doing behind the scenes. And y'all don't even know about the stuff these people do to help the community. Okay, thank you. Carlos Edwards. Y'all don't understand, man. What if I had 20 more Alton Dunbars on this show? Alton might get sick. Yo, Lionel Garr, avid watcher, he passed away. Yo, we're getting more mature. I'm gonna celebrate Walter Yates. Walter Yates used to have the women so hot on this show on Women Rock Wednesday. He said, "Man, we don't need to have no Women Rock Wednesday. These women don't know what they used to be hot." And my heart go out to Tamika Withers. Uh, that's his woman. And I see her post. She miss him. She's still 3, 4 days, and she's still missing. I got some words for you today, baby. Y'all, it's heavy. But I'm going to celebrate this dude's life, man. See, y'all, do you know how strong you are? Lakeisha, Lakeisha, Rosie, people don't, do you know how strong you are? If other people had to deal with the weight and the pressure and the stress of what it is that you had to deal with, they would have blew their brains out. I know I'm talking to somebody out here right now. But the grace of God has got you held tight. Tamika. So there's no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't cry. It's all right to cry. I learned that a long time ago with my mom and dad. Cry. But you ain't gonna go crazy. Cry. But you ain't gonna have a nervous breakdown. Tamika. Cry. But you ain't gonna lose it all. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Tamika, we're here for you. Y'all understand, man, this community is real. Hey, Mindy, this community, man, y'all got to realize, especially people who, when Chris Walker left, he left it for dead. I'm gonna keep it real. He went off the coach. He said, look, y'all, I gotta go, man. If y'all want to take this stuff over, y'all think. Me and Jimmy could have said no. We stopped it for a little while. We stopped for a little while. I don't know. I don't know what happened. We stopped because the radio station, we was at the radio station. Radio stations they just was full of crap. I'ma just tell you right now. I ain't never told y'all that, but they just weren't good. And I never forget one day, one of the radio stations we were at, one day I came in and I brought one of my son's best friends, went to Cornell with him. He came to, he wanted to come on the show with me one day. Y'all, I get over there. Show started at 12. We get over there by 11:45. Nobody's there. We sitting out in the hallway. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. They just didn't even show up. They didn't call nobody. And I said, I'm not going to let these people be in control of my destiny. I'm not going to let these people be in control of my... I never forget it, y'all. I went home and studied how can I get this message out to y'all without using them shit. They wasn't that powerful. They didn't go all over the damn city, no way. Curtis Stewart, I mean, I'm celebrating because on Thursday, Walter Yates spent some of his last hours with us. Go back and look at the Thursday show. You'll have it for forever. Go back and download it. Go back and spice it. Go do whatever you do. Unique experience, man. Love you, Walter, man. We hey, let me tell you something. We gonna celebrate your life, bro. We gonna celebrate your life. But uh over the weekend, what else happened? I know he talking about Fort Bend Randall came through. Shout out to Fort Bend Randall for winning. I didn't know Fort Bend Randall was named after a black guy. I did not know that until this weekend. A black doctor named Dr. Randall. What kind of doctor was Dr. Randall? Anybody know who Dr. Randall is? Y'all let me know. Uh, who is Dr. Randall? Randall High School out there in Fort Bend, out there in, yeah. Uh, 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 who? See, King Stick, you know about the game on the field, talking about the running back, 50 touchdowns and South. But do you know who the school is named after? The school is named after a black doctor. See, y'all, sometimes we got to know the history of something. He's an educator. Thank you. He's an educator. What did he educate for? Give me, Alton, I know you kind of don't come on show all the time. Give us some complete sentences. We want to know what's going on. Give us some complete, what kind of educator, what did he educate? Why this particular school decide to name this man? Do anybody know? Kimberly Jackson, I logged in on Thursday and was expecting y'all to be on live. He was on last Thursday, Kim. Kim got married on us, y'all. Kim used to be on the show every day. Kim got married. I like that though, Kim. Yes, the coach is the doctor's son. Absolutely. The head coach is the doctor's son. But I want to know a little bit more about the doctor. Y'all from Houston? I'm not from Houston. Do anybody know a little bit about the doctor's son? Corey Willis. But Corey Willis, did anybody see Tiger and his son play over the weekend? I did y'all hear about it. He was a long-time principal at Lamar. Thank you. That man must have took care of his bit. Dr. Randall, you my dad. When I get back home, Dr. Randall, I'm going to seek it out to find you. I'm going to seek you out. I did not know. I've been to Randall High School. Big, beautiful campus out there. Way out there, though. Big, beautiful campus out there. And I'll never forget, I went out there. I've been out there once. Went out there to work a young man, and his dad wanted me to work him out. I went out there and worked him out. And but I did not know it was named after a black man. Y'all, when I saw that, my whole weekend just changed. Uh, and he was the superintendent for okay, thank you, Rosie. So he wasn't just no regular superintendent. That man must have took care. When you get a building name on your behalf, I don't know if anybody on this feed, y'all, hold up, that's my goal. Somebody on this feed, somebody affiliate this show. We got to start making such an impact. Somebody name a building out there. Somebody name a school. Somebody make a building. I'm throwing that into the air right now. We need to have somebody in our sphere of influence that's doing that kind of stuff right there. We got to. He said he Charlie's hole in one. I loved it. I loved it. I enjoyed that. Do y'all anybody have any opinions on the college football playoffs at all? You know, college football. It was 4 games, I think, and 4 blowouts this weekend. Anybody got any opinions on that? I'm just throwing it out there. If you got some, we'll talk about it. But thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Rosie. Who else? Thank you, Alton. Who else told me? Yep, we know his son is the head coach. We talked about that already. He used to be this. He used to be the superintendent at Lamar. I'm just saying, the man had to be a great man. The man got a building named after Ricky Scott. Have you got a building somewhere? You know, y'all hear what Tiger told his son. His son got a hole in one in the tournament. Did y'all know what Tiger told his son? He said, shoot, he 15. I had mine my first hole in one when I was 6. Tiger is like that. He said that Houston tournament was live. Team out of San Antonio came in 16-0 and left the tournament 16-2. I don't even know about a Houston tournament that was live. What Houston tournament was live? What Houston tournament? I don't even know nothing about no Houston tournament this weekend. He said SMU didn't I got a question. I got some people on here. Y'all, I'm just throwing out random questions because I'm thinking about Walter Yates today. And I'm just throwing out random. Who is a player in the NBA you dislike, but you appreciate some things in his game? Oh, the HISD term. Okay. See how much easier that is. See, you gotta understand, King Sticks. Everybody ain't thinking HISD tournament. We got some people thinking about Walter Yates. We got some people thinking about everything, King Stick. He said, "Did you see? I think the Boston Celtics and I think the Charlotte combined. Yeah, I talked about that a couple weeks ago. The Charlotte Hornets don't even need the three. Y'all know what I don't like about the Charlotte Hornets because he just mentioned it. He said, let me go find some because I saw some. I saw some things. Y'all know who I'm not liking this game? Steven Adams. I'm not liking this kid's game, and I hate to say this because y'all know how I am. I try to be halfway. I try to be halfway decent, but I got some stuff, y'all, and I'm not gonna have all these numbers because I didn't tabulate them, but uh y'all, I saw this. Yep. We celebrating this like today though. We celebrating. Hey, Kim, you got me, Kim. You got me, Kim. Happy holidays, Anissa. But y'all, this LaMelo Ball kid, man, I don't like his game. I wish I can find this stuff. Let me find this they last few games. Y'all, y'all don't understand. I'm going somewhere. Y'all, just bear with me. I'm trying to teach something right now. Where my basketball people at? Okay. All right, let's go. Charlotte. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Charlotte Hornets games. Let me tell y'all something. Yes, Ricky Scott. Y'all got to explain this to me. Wait a minute. Oh, he didn't play that game. Okay. Let me get out of here. Come, I'm looking for Melo stats, y'all, because I saw some stuff that I want to. This man shot 32 shots. The point guard had 34 points on 32 shots. He was 3 of 18 from three-point line. No, three. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get it right. 3 of 18 from three-point. Okay. Hit all his free throws. It's the point guard now. It's the point guard. The point guard. Let me go to another game. Y'all help me now. The point guard. Where's his name at? Melo Ball. Oh, in this game, hold on. He didn't have a 15 shots, but he still was a negative 10. I forgot to tell you what he was, a negative, a plus minus. Let's go up here. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go right here against the board. Yeah, I saw something. I saw something, man, and he ain't playing that game. Hold on. He ain't playing in every game. He's shooting up all the damn ball. Hold on. Oh, he ain't played that one either. But what would make a point guard shoot the ball 30 times? What would make the point guard shoot the ball 30 times? Who is that got me on that? Hey, let me get off of that. Let me get off that. Let me get off that. Let me get back. Because I got some stuff to share with y'all today. Yeah, I want to talk about that. But, I'm going to pivot. I'm going to pivot. Remind me, I got to talk about a couple of things today. I just got so much. I'm just trying to see where I'm gonna go first. Gosh, I got to go there. I got to go there. I got to go. Y'all, I'm not gonna be able to do it all this week. I already know it. But Tamika, I got to give this to you before I go. About dealing with grief. Grief is a very living thing. And it visits at random. All of us go through grief. Somebody special to me passed away over the weekend. As soon as I get back to town, I got to be at the funeral. Grief, you can't schedule it. You can try to work it away. You can try to drink it away. You can book yourself crazy, just go this place, just book yourself out. And all it would do is wait for you to finish. So Tamika, when it shows up, let it show up. It's hard to miss people. It's hard to miss people. That's why you got to give people one more hug. Now you understand how I feel on this show. I know some of y'all get mad. Some of y'all get mad because I don't agree with what y'all say. Y'all got to understand. It's all right for somebody to. I like when you don't agree with me. Y'all get mad when I don't agree with y'all. It's hard to miss people because you wish you just got that one more hug. Y'all, reason I can't get too much grief. Walter shared some of the last moments of his life with us on this show. See, grief shows up when it wants to. And we just have to process it, man. And I had to give y'all that. I'm thinking about it. But I saw some things over the weekend. And I'm just trying to figure out how y'all gotta understand. It's so many things that goes on, and I'm trying to tie a lot of this stuff together. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm like a conductor, and I saw this over the weekend. I'm gonna go here. This one I'm gonna go first. I saw this over the weekend. I was thinking about something. Let me see, can I find it? Take a listen to this.
And one of the parents at 13, I believe, one of the young ladies was saying, they can say Angela is beautiful, and they can say she's brilliant, but she's right in the same women's detention home that the sisters that walk the street are in.
What I'm so afraid of is this actually is a calculated, genocidal move in many instances because the threat of this kind of strength that these young people have, which may not always be comparable to the kind that our ancestors had, is so positive and so fearless that it frightens people. And I don't want to see this continue, but sometimes I worry that it's a concentrated, thought-out effort to not have a young generation so strong and so beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, a few days ago, I think yesterday, wait a minute, yesterday or the day before, the legendary entertainer and activist Lena Horne was born in Brooklyn. The original, they call her the livest one and best star. There she was being interviewed by Nikki Giovanni about the arrest of Angela Davis. And I just want you to let all that awesomeness sink in. See, it's Black History every day on this show. This Black History, this show we give it every day. That was a word. Did y'all hear, Lena? Did y'all understand? Y'all don't understand. On this show, one of the guys, Walter Yates, that was one of our first people to support this show, passed away over the weekend. I feel like something is brewing. Chop Shop, I'm telling you, share the show. I don't know where your people at today. I don't care if they're Christmas, you need to share this because this is going to be an important moment. Text, tag, tell everybody. I'm finna give you something. I'm finna give you something. It's something brewing on this show. We're going to do some big things on this show. It's something. And y'all look here. It's something brewing. Y'all, and I'm a pretty good cook. My season game is tight now. I'm just telling you, my season game is tight. I got some stuff cooking. They said, you know how they said too many cooks spoils the meal? Nah. Not when you know how to move around in the kitchen. I got you, Sonya. I got you, Sonya. Sonya, mark that. Mark that one, Sonya. You know I'm going somewhere. That's why I love that Sonya. I love them Sonyas. And I love them Mindy. Y'all watch this. We need to stop using these people dumbass analogies talking about too many cooks for the soup. No. The reason I played that video is because, and I'm gonna bring it back to Sonya's point, is because many of us look at her as a person on the cover of a magazine, Glenda the Good Witch. But if you listen to her, she's not having it. Just her expressions. She called a thing a thing. She called it genocide. She was radical. See, we're the only ones with no remember. We just forget about everything. No memory. We just forget about stuff. People can do stuff that we just forget. Unless one of us do it. One of us do it to each other. You give us a life sentence. You get mad on the show because, well, I disagree with you one time. You don't want to come on the show no more. Just because I disagree with you. I'm going to disagree with you again. You disagree with me, and I ain't never told nobody not to come on the show no more. Ain't that funny? Sonya, y'all take a look at this. You can come on this feed and say whatever the hell you want to say about me. Whatever the hell you want to say about our comments on this show. I never tell you, don't come on the show no more. But you get mad because I don't agree with what you say. Interesting. Just interesting. You know, most successful Black people back then, they understood it, except for Sammy Davis Jr. You know, he went to Satanism and he ain't never came back. But if you were sitting in it back then, like from the Mahalia Jacksons of the world, we can list the people who had a lot to lose. but still stood in the gap and stood up. Yo, this platform should stand in the gap and stand up for people who can't stand up for themselves. That's why I'm advocating for the summer basketball and the grassroots basketball to get better. And I won't have time today. I might, but if I have time today, I get some people that did some studies, a foundation that did some studies about summer basketball. And I hope I can get to it today. But I'm just looking at some things on Nikki Giovanni. She wasn't no journalist, but she interviewed everybody. I'm not a journalist, but I can interview people. I saw how comfortable the people were with her. Everybody come on this show I do an interview with, they said, Robert, I'm comfortable. I feel you make me feel comfortable. And I've been studying that. Yes. And the only reason I disagree with her, it ain't that I disagree with you. You taking it at. I'm just make it make sense to me. I told y'all, I've been using my sense. I ain't got a lot. Some people been keeping these senses. They ain't even use them. But I've been studying it. I didn't come in this space right here as a journalist. When I look at all these platforms out here, I'm watching people talking every day. They talking about people every day. Everybody want to have a microphone and want to have a platform, have a brand. Everybody. They want to be an influencer as opposed to just coming in like Nikki and just ask questions. All I do is ask y'all questions. Y'all get mad because y'all can't answer the questions. Y'all, I'm learning from the best. I'm talking to Lena, to Nikki, and Lena Horne. She was unfiltered because she felt comfortable in that space, and she was honored to be herself. That's what I try to do on the Chop Shop. When guests come on here, when people come on here, that's why I don't like nobody coming on here being disingenuous. Don't come over here like you're all of that and you're doing this and you're doing that, and your ass really just, don't do that. Could have people calling me and telling me how the guy you had on your show. I had to hear that. Y'all don't have to hear it. See, my responsibility in this space is to weave things together so y'all can understand. I'm trying to weave it together. Every time there's a topic, I try to sew it in. Like Sonya got something. I'm about to sew it in a minute. This was Sonya. Why? I'm going to sew it in a minute. Sonya put this topic up there. I'm going to sew it in a minute because of what she put on there. When you make when some of your stuff don't make no sense, I'm not finna talk about it. I'm just, I can't sew it in. I ain't got the proper thread gauge in a long and big enough needle to sew it in. Sometimes I can't sew it in. But I wasn't trained to do this. We should be grooming our next generation. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to have a succession plan. Who's going to take over this thing when Robert leaves? Tamika, we love you, baby. Who's going to take over? Who's going to take Walter Yates' place? He's gone. We got to groom. I told you I need it. So now I need 10 more Josephines. I need 10 more C&M elites. I need 10 more Harold Baker. Who gonna take Harold Baker place? Who gonna be the antagonist on the show? Walter's going. We celebrating Walter's life. This ain't no doom and gloom today. I know the impact he had on this show. This Walter Yates Day. He was just on the show Thursday. We don't know, Herb. But I wasn't trained to do this. Everybody think I'm gonna come over here and just I'm gonna be perfect. No, shit, Stephen A. Smith and them ain't perfect. But y'all expect for me to be perfect. But we should be grooming our next generation. Oh, I know he did, Tamika. Tamika. I, 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 let me tell you, if I knew two people that love this show, if I knew that two guys, because the women love it, that Walt Yates and, and Kevin Frazier. And the reason, y'all, they've come and sit in the studio with us and sit and watch the show. One even on the show, just been in the studio with us. I'll never forget that. We have to have, y'all, we got an 80-year-old Nancy Pelosi and Clyburn, them old ass people. They still trying to run the Democratic Party. Where are the 20-year-olds? Y'all know if a 20-year-old text me and said, email me and said, Mr. Hatter, man, what, but these kids these days, some of them, they think we got people out here starting shows and ain't never just came and said, man, what should I do? But then wonder why. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to weave something in here. I want to weave something in here because I got so much. I was thinking about 688. I watched it. I watched it. I watched it. I watched it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, shoot, we know Walter. Thank you, Tamika. Tamika. Walter used to call me and say, man, I'm finna see, y'all don't understand. I tell you the secret. Walter used to sometimes call me, hey man, I'm finna get loose today. I'm gonna mess with everybody. I'm getting loose today. And I get on him like I'm mad at him, but he done already told me, man, I'm about to get loose on your girls today. I'm gonna disrupt. But Sonya brought up the 6888, something I never heard of in my life, in my entire life. But I thought about something. The only thing I ain't like, I watched it, their makeup, man. Tyler Perry, man. You and your makeup artist, you must have a deal with somebody. Y'all. Man, you turned them beautiful women, some beautiful women you had on this show. Oh, God. Y'all know I am about my black women now. Y'all know I am now. The 6888, I never heard of it, but they had some young actresses that this movie introduced to the world. And I done fell in love with a couple of, about 5 or 6 of them already. But this movie, ladies and gentlemen, shed light on the first and only black battalion of the Women Army Corps, the WACs, to serve in Europe during World War II. I didn't even know nothing about this. These women defying the odds and delivering hope by sorting out 17 million pieces of mail that hadn't been delivered to American soldiers and their families. The movie was directed, written, and produced by Tyler Perry. It stars Emmy Award winner and producer, Kerry Washington. Such a powerful film. Had to weave it in here. It deserved it's so profound to me. Here are these women. Y'all take a look at this. Processing stories and letters for millions of people. And their own story went underappreciated, overlooked, untold for far too long. To me, this movie was the ultimate love letter to those ladies in that legacy. Few of them are still alive. Charity Adams, played by Kerry Washington. It may sound like something small, like Soy in the Mail. Soy in the Mail. But this was a time there was no text message, no FaceTime. It couldn't call nobody on the cell phone. There was no email. The mail was the only way you could be in community with the people that you loved. It's how you belonged. It's how you mattered to the world. And these soldiers overseas, these black, beautiful women, they couldn't the feat that they did, because a lot of these people over there, they couldn't hear from their wives and their families and killed the soldiers. They never heard from them. They didn't even know whether their kid, the brother, their sister was the brother or the nephew was dead or alive. So the mail was everything, Josephine. And these women provided a connection so we can get through the war and win the war. These are true heroes of democracy, the 688. Boy, there's one scene in there that got me and just grabbed my heart. They were brave too. You got to check it out. He said, I watched it last night. It's a very good movie. Black folks are so creative, intelligent. Thank you, Michael. He said, I like that back. I thought it was real for a second. Walter loved to say something outlandish and watch everybody fun. He was a high. Oh, yes. I told you, Walter used to, I'm telling you. He said, Walter would also make a point to come to watch me work out the players that I had available when he was a college coach. See, everybody got members of Walter. Walter touched everybody's life. But thank you, Sonia, for mentioning that. You already know when you mention stuff like that, I'm gonna have something for you. What else I wanted to share with y'all? These refs in the NBA going crazy all over the place. Or is it the players talking too much? Y'all help me out. You know what? With Walter's transition over the weekend, don't y'all think it's time to stop fighting and competing and start building together? See, other people, they do well and they excel in our disunity. Is it top? Listen, we can disagree, but we always want to fight. We always want to compete. But Kim, do me a favor. The next time, go to an NBA game and do me a favor and sit close as to the floor as you can. Kim, I'm sick of the players. They whine about, I'm sick of them. They talk too damn much. Everybody, even the ones come off the bench, the 15th man running his damn mouth. I'm sick of the players. But y'all remember, I'm just going through some stuff and then I'm gonna get to some stuff here. Y'all remember one day, I told y'all I went to the the border battle in Vegas about a month ago, and I walked in the gym. First Okay, I got in the gym. And I sit there in this team called DME Academy. DME Academy. They were playing. No, I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Watch this. The DME Academy. I walked in the gym, Kim, and I saw this team playing. But I saw this one player. I just focused at Kim. I'm just telling you, I just focused in on him. He went down the court 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 times. I got up out my seat. I ain't never did this before in my life. And went to the scores table and said, who is that guy right there? He told me, Mikhail Brown. I said, okay. All right. I go back later. I told everybody, I said, man, I saw this cat over here, man. I'm finna go back over here and watch him go. He said, man, he'll McDonald All America. So I looked today. Somebody sent me stuff. He a 5-star. Y'all got to understand. You ain't got. I keep trying to tell y'all. I want you to tell this to your son. Whenever he play, somebody, he should do something. Energy-wise, effort-wise. Somebody say, who is that? This, I got to show y'all a little highlight of. I found a little highlight of.
Hanging and scoring. Knifing to the rim. 3. Jump shot. Back at you.
I just wanted to give y'all that. You don't have to tell me no dude can play. Matter of fact, I'd rather you not tell me, because your eyes, we see the game in 2 different lenses. That kid, I walked in the gym with no fanfare. I didn't know nobody. I didn't know what the hell. I was just in the gym. I came to see somebody else's son. But I saw this boy, Rick Nelson, go up and down the floor 4 times, Mike. And I got up, and the people were sitting with me. You know, I had some cane with some people. They said, what are you doing? What are you doing? I wanted to know who he was. It didn't take the whole game. And y'all got video footage. Y'all got all of this. I come to y'all game, y'all, and people showing y'all making layups. This dude was scoring on all 3 levels in this particular situation, but I didn't even see all of that. I just saw how he ran his team 5 or 6 possessions. That's all I had to see. Where he was defensively, how he used court balance on defense to stop people from getting back. Y'all, that's what we should be teaching. What can you do? What's your best quality? Because you ain't great at everything. Shit, LeBron missed free throws. But there are bonds. It don't take long to see one. That's the point. You know, people tell me, man, come to get it. Don't tell me who your son is. Don't tell me. Let me come to the game. Let me come to you. I don't even want to know. Don't even tell me his number. But now, if I show up and see him, I'm gonna let you know what I feel now. All right? But shout out to Hannah Hidalgo. Man, I done fell in love with this girl. And I'm gonna talk about her in a minute. I gotta talk about her. This little girl played for Notre Dame, y'all. I just love her. I just love women basketball. I love Juju Watkins. I just love Paige Beckers. Yo, this women's basketball is just unbelievable. But shout out to Damian Lillard too. He split his $500,000 cup prize equally between the Bucks. Watch this. The Bucks cleaning staff, not the coaching staff. The cleaning staff and the court staff. He even distributes some of to those who take the shirts and the shoes to the locker room. He said, I wanted to support the people, that unsung employees of our team. Shout out to you, Damon Lillard, man. Man, shout out to you, man. I don't know what somebody probably did this last year. No, I was just watching the game. Yeah. Y'all got to understand, he didn't do all these highlights. No. He didn't do all these highlights. I saw he got back on defense being the point guard. I saw how he pressured the other team's point guard. He just did little. Yeah, it took me 4 trips. 1 trip wouldn't have got it. I ain't that good. Yes. He said the impact is incredible. I know for a fact you got people drive across states to see kids play. A parent called me the other day. Hold up, y'all. This show show is unbelievable. Y'all, a parent called me yesterday, other day, text me, and I'm glad. You know what? Hold on. He said, I have no idea, Mr. Hatter, people who knows you, but my son's mother told me a grown man approached his son and said, Mr. Robert mentioned your name on the Chop Shop. He said, I drove from Orlando to watch you play, and you didn't disappoint. He said his baby's mom asked him who I am, and I said, very powerful and influential man. Ladies and gentlemen, all I want to do is put our kids in a position. And kids, think about that, Mike. Somebody sent me that. You never know who's watching. A dude came from Orlando went to a whole nother place to go watch a kid because of the impact, because somebody shared this show. This is why I tell y'all to share this show. Look, it's helping people in our community. He said, after you saw what he did anybody try to tell you what the kid wasn't? No, because I didn't say nothing. Melvin Dudes. That's a good. No, because I wasn't around people like that. Melvin Dudes. I didn't come in there to see this dude. I came to see somebody else. I was with the kids in his family. I just happened to, we sitting there because the kids them played next. I'm sitting there watching this young fella. And I just said, damn, I just wanted to see. Y'all got to understand, those kind of players like this are hard to find. And then I look him up. They say he's a 5-star. I didn't need them to tell me he was no 5-star Melvin Dukes. But no, people know better than to tell me that. They might tell y'all that. Ain't nobody gonna tell me who they ain't. Cause I love what's my man Snoop Jackson said. Snoop Johnson said, I trust my own eyes. Now hell somebody gonna tell me who somebody ain't. I never forget, I told you I'm sitting there at some league and I saw this dude what's his name? Jaden Hardy play for the Mavericks. And I didn't like him in summer league. But his general manager told me, I don't care if you don't like him or not. When he get to play with Luka, he playing with everybody on that team ain't gonna even make it to the NBA. When he get to play, this in the summer league, when he get to playing with Luka, you gonna see. You know what I did? I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. It ain't for me to like, because I ain't got no team for him to put on. Because I respected the GMs, the general manager, ain't but 30 of them in the world. I respected what he said. But hear me, got 30-some years in this business, and we got people come on this show and try, because of what they done read in the newspaper, and try to think they know more than them 30 years. I don't understand it. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely right. But I was thinking about that. Dame Lillard. Don't let what Dame Lillard just did. I'm just thinking about it, man. I got this word, and I took it in for me. And I'm going to share it with you. You are the only person who can live your life, the life you live, that writes the story that you were meant to tell. You're the only one. Don't let nobody. That's why I love this show, so we can tell our stories. Because if we don't tell the stories, like Tyler Perry had to tell these women's stories, what if them women could have told their own story? We'd get more in depth. Thank God he had several women. One of them died right after the film was released, but she got a chance to see the film. But somebody said, you are the only person who can live the life that writes the story that you were meant to tell. That's powerful. Y'all ain't gonna get that one. And to all you people, I talk to my people, all you people talking about JUCO this and JUCO this. I'm gonna go to JUCO for 2 years. JUCO is for dogs only. Don't take your little soft ass up there talking about you gonna play in the JUCO for 2 years and try to it's for dogs only. A JUCO life ain't for everybody. But what else? I saw this, y'all, and I saw this. I got to share this with y'all. This lady got mad at the portions that they were giving her and went behind the counter at Chipotle and went ham. Let me see. Hold up. Y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this.
Just let her make her food. Just get her food, please. Like, yeah, like just let her get her food. Just like.
Thank you. Y'all got me fucked up. Then she gonna take my food, talking about I can't get my shit. This was tripping. Bitch, watch out. She's not trying to make me pay for the shit. Watch out.
sorry, y'all. I told y'all we celebrate today. We celebrating the life of Walter Yates. Hey, Chipotle do be playing around with that food, though, don't it? Huh? Hey, y'all ain't said nothing. Wait. Y'all didn't see that? Hold on.
Just let her make her food. Just get her food, please. Like, really, like, just let her get her food. Just like.
Thank you. Oh, y'all got me fucked up. Then she gonna take my food, tell me I can't get my shit. Bitch, what's tripping?
Ooh.
Watch out!
Hey. One of my teachers, a long time ago, he said he liked to have his hard class after lunch. And I said, why? He said, because a hungry Negro is a dangerous Negro. He like to get us when we already done ate. That lady put a whole lot of sour cream on it. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to give y'all this. That one got to me. And then I got to show y'all something happened yesterday when the Giants lost. I got to show y'all. Hold on, something happened. Where's that? Come on now. Don't do me like that. I know I put it in there. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I didn't. Yeah, it is. Here it is.
John Mara and the Giants with a 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 John Mara and the
I had to play it a couple of times. I wanted to show y'all. That's John Mara, the owner of They lost yesterday. That's him realizing, man, I got to draft a black quarterback. He ain't never drafted a black quarterback in his life. He had black free agents. He never drafted a black quarterback. The New York Giants. Redneck. Let me keep going. You know what I like about Wemby? Wemby said something, and I don't know how true it is. I got to look it up. But he said he went to a Drake concert. Or Wemby, Victor Wembanyama, who plays for the San Antonio Spurs. He said he went to a Drake concert, and they asked him, great people asked him to come on stage. And Wemby was saying, like, can all my teammates come up there with stage with me? And Drake's cap said, like, no. And Wemby like said, well, I don't want to do it. I'm not gonna do it. If my people can't come on here with me, I ain't doing it. I said, wow. Wow. Think about that, y'all. A young man, if my people can't come, I'm not doing it. And first off, I want to have prayers up to, yes, to Walter Yates, but prayers up to Travis Hunter too and his family. This is supposed to be the best time of this young man's life. The truth is they haven't been really dating for 5 years. They started dating February of 2022. And the young man got off of social media yesterday. I got off of Instagram yesterday because people were being so harsh to him. And if it's somebody on this show, come on, stop it. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. He said, I have no comment for the Chipotle situation. I got something else for y'all. Come on, I got some more. I got some more. 7 of the 10 most viewed players across NBA social media will be in action on Christmas Day. Do y'all know who's the most viewed player? Come on. Let's go. Let's work. Let's work. Ain't no wrong answers. Ten most viewed players on NBA social media. Come on, give me one. Who number one? Somebody give it to me. Y'all know who I'm pissed off at? My Memphis Tigers. I'm pissed off at them. I got them on today, but I'm kind of pissed off on soft. They soft as Dr. LeBron number 1. Ja Morant number 2. Victor Wembanyama number 3. Hell no, ain't no Ant-Man. Victor Wembanyama number 3. Stephen Curry number 4. LaMelo Ball is number 5. Giannis Antetokounmpo number 6. Klay Thompson number 7. Nikola Jokic number 8. Jason Tatum number 9. Anthony Davis is number 10. Ant-Man ain't on there nowhere. Hey, but Trey Phillips is not open, but it's open. It is open to pursue the legal channels. Because if you have one case, there's precedence. All proceedings, all court cases, they look at precedence. It's not open for floodgates for people to come and do that, but it's open for them to come sue. So we got to tell the whole thing. Got to tell the whole thing. Jason Tatum, number 10. They ain't watching them. Y'all, you know what, man? Some about Ant-Man, y'all. I'm telling you, man, the man getting on my nerve. Hold on. Did y'all see this, man? Let me see. I ain't gonna put it on. How do you think the drama surrounding Travis Hunter and his girlfriend will affect him in the draft? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Nah. They don't care nothing about that. That's a good question, though. They don't care nothing about that, but it's not good. You know who it affects? Madison Avenue. Whenever I mention Madison Avenue, them the people who endorse it. But football players don't get that many endorsements anyway. Shit, damn them, the college players get more endorsements than some of the pros. I don't know how they got that backwards like that, but I want to share that with y'all. But that was a good one, Herb. Let me see. You said, Herb, and I want to get back because let me see that I finished everything that I wanted to talk about. Yes, I did, so I can get to my next topic. First of all, let me explain to you something about Travis Hunter. But everybody need to be talking about. Travis Hunter has used his name, image, and likeness money to earn legitimate sponsorships and endorsements, not collective. So instead of taking money from the collective, he contributes to the Colorado's NIL collective. Let's talk traffic. Travis is the paragon of selflessness. Let's talk about that first. He's suing because he has the opportunity to earn over $1 million. That won't be the case. Absolutely. But no, that ain't why he was suing. That ain't why he was suing, Herb. Herb, you ain't looked at it, Herb. You ain't looked at the whole thing. That's why. But that wasn't the basis of the suit. That might mean that ain't the basis of the suit. That wasn't the basis of the suit. The basis of the suit was where they gonna get him. Let me help you out. because I know you just been reading the paper. The NCAA don't consider the junior college a part of their governing body. So how can you govern what happened in junior college? You can't govern that. So that don't count. So I still get 4 to make 7. I get 4 to make 5. That was the basis of the suit. But we know he wanted to do that because he got a chance to earn some money. But when you're suing, you can't come in there and say, because I want to earn some money. The court don't care nothing about that. They don't care. But let me get back. Michael Vick got the head coaching job, yes, at Norfolk State. Allen Iverson even came out and talked about it. But let me keep going. Did y'all hear what I just said about Travis? Did y'all hear what I said about Travis? He had legitimate sponsors and endorsements. He didn't take no money from the collective like a lot of y'all kids trying to go and do. Because they ain't him. But Herb, he doesn't need all of this before the draft. Think about what he's doing. He's getting off of Instagram where his sponsors could use that avenue. And I hope in his contract, social media wasn't a part of the contract. Because if not, he got to activate that again. In case you didn't know, Travis Hunter deactivating his Instagram account as his fiance criticism continued. You know, they done went, man, these dudes done went and pulled up pictures of the little girl. Little girl was a round-the-way girl. You know, they used to call her J-Lo, J-O. You know what I'm saying? It ain't where you start out, it's where you end up. I just wish she just wouldn't get on social media and say nothing. Because every time she come on there, it get worse. Oh, I will work this out. I'm not giving to y'all on film right here, but I know how to get around this. I'm not giving, hey, this ain't free game. But in case you're wondering, I would Livia Pope this thing. Got to realize he's a Heisman Trophy winner. And we talking about his girlfriend twerking and backing it up on guys. And in rap videos, hugged up with guys. And the guys talking about what they're going to do to the girls on the video. But Travis was okay. Because all he used to do, he didn't go out, he didn't go nowhere, he didn't do nothing. All he did was just chill with his girlfriend. Oh, Deion says, all he do, he want to fish and chill with his girlfriend. But that last game, she came out the stands, wearing a Heisman jacket, seemingly upset. People gonna look. To whom much is given, much is required. Y'all listen to me. I want y'all to hear me on this one. Robert Hatter is not talking about Travis Hunter. I love Travis Hunter. I've been talking about Travis Hunter when y'all wasn't talking about Travis Hunter. I was talking about Travis Hunter when y'all say he made the worst mistake of his life. And I said he made the best decision of his life. How about that? So let's get your facts straight. I'm talking to the future, to a young man with his young lady. If you expect to be in this situation, in this arena, you're going to be open to scrutiny. Think about it. I come on here on a show and try to help and talk positive to people all the time. And we got some people will come and clip some stuff that I said on the show because I cussed them out and sending it all over to people and posting it on their social media platform. So I know the situation. Shout out to AL Collection in the building. Mr. Fobb. Mr. Fobb, we got to get together. I got something for you, boy. Got something for you. Got something for you. Woo-wee. I'll call you a little bit later. And guess what? And Herb said he probably don't see any fault in the girl. She's just a young girl. See, y'all forget where y'all was in 20 and 21. President Simpson. With y'all old ass now, y'all think y'all look at the things that you done at 20. I don't want nobody knowing what I was doing at 21. Yo, all it takes. Yo, I had this situation with a kid long time. See, the grown folks got to get them out of this. Y'all hear me? The grown folks. See, you're wrong right there. Fob, you said, why so many grown folks about a kid? It's news, Fob. It's news. Fob, don't you know grown folks, the one voted for him for the Heisman? Grown folks voted for him didn't vote for him for the Thorpe. Grown folk, we can't, y'all, we got to understand. Y'all kill me with this grown folk stuff. But the grown folks the one write about your kid and give your kid the write-up. They used to say that about Jimmy now. All these grown folks got something to say about these kids. You ain't saying nothing with them grown folks was praising him. Ladies and gentlemen, the grown folks didn't tell her to bring her ass out of the stands and start talking crazy to the kid in the last game. And I love Travis. You know how I feel about it. Grown folks didn't see Dion telling her to step up and then and go hug Travis first. Grown folks helped him with that. So we got to watch talking about grown. No, it's public. Hold up, excuse me. And people shouldn't be. Let me tell you something. Fob, didn't nobody know nothing about Savannah James to 3 championships in. I'm talking about the people on Twitter. Fob, how can you tell me hold up, not to talk about your relationship, and I'm in season 5, week 4 of all of your boys. Travis Hunter got a Twitch sting that he be on with them other people talking about stuff. In his first commercial with Adidas, she in the commercial. So Twitter gonna tear everybody head off. But if they had kept it like they have been keeping it. Jimmy, I'm going to bring you on in a minute. It's a way out of it. If somebody want to pay a consulting fee, it's a way out of it. I'll use it. Yes, these people going into the girl's past. That's what they do. Bob, they gonna do it, man. To whom much is given, much is required. Lil Mama ain't said nothing when he first got to Colorado. You didn't even hear about Lil Mama in Jackson State. You didn't hear Lil Mama first year Colorado, second year Colorado. The Heisman talk. Earl Thomas, that was a different situation, but you're hitting there. You're hitting there. That's all, Fob. When people make it public, people gonna talk about it. Everybody ain't gonna do like me and tell you, everyone, in the beginning of my conversation, what did I say? Everybody need to be talking about this. Travis Hunter used his name, image, and likeness to earn legitimate sponsorships and endorsements. Not that NIL collective mess. So instead of taking money from the collective, he contribute to the collective. Travis is a paragon of selflessness. Great young man. Some people just probably don't want to see him get taken advantage of. That's the story that I love to tell. I love that story. But as soon as he had that big game, that last big game, we ain't seen nothing about her in the stands. She come out of the stands, and they saw her visibly, her and him talking, and he like dumbfounded. That went viral. Lil Mama stayed behind the scenes, just stayed in the onesies. You know, they put on their little onesies and they do little stuff like this. Hold on, let me see. They do little stuff like this.
Dating
We've been together for
almost a year.
almost a year. But
We took our time.
Yeah,
It took us like
like-
4 months to get together.
to start dating.
Yeah.
Like to get together it took us like 3 months because I was whatever. But to start dating it took us about 4 months, and then like when we started dating in February. So we've only been dating for like 8 months, almost 9 months. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Started dating in February of this year.
How long have we been dating?
We've been together
And the
for
reason I want to let y'all know that this video was released in October the 22nd. October 2022. I'm sorry. 22. That's just 2 years ago. But people talking about they've been dating for 5 years on the internet. And talking about if he was dating 5 years ago, she was doing this. Yeah, she in the club. All young girls get in the club, and that's how the young girls dance now and rub up against the guys. What if that girl really loved that kid? I remember y'all was mad. I remember y'all was mad at and called Derek Fisher out his name, talking about he this and this is when him and Matt Barnes took off and came down there to fight with him. And I asked a question on this show. I said, first of all, and I made a statement. I said, first of all, they weren't great friends. It's because you my teammate. They weren't friends. And I said, what if that's his soulmate? That was way back then. I never forget it. I just said that because I said, what if? Matt was treating that girl wrong, man. Yeah, he famous now on all the smoke and all that. Y'all love him now, but she was getting dogged out by Matt, and her sister was getting dogged out by Gilbert Arenas. I never forget. Went to the golf tournament. I showed y'all the pictures. I was a caddy at the golf tournament. And she was on the bus with us because, family and family ride, on a certain little shallow bus. Because Derek Fisher was playing in the tournament, in the golf tournament. I'm sorry, I hit my mic. And I got to meet her. She was one of the most sweetest. Her spirit was just so calm and cool. I'm just sitting there. Her and her mom and dad, they were just so nice. Hi, Robert, have you ever caddied before and all that kind of stuff? And I sit there and look and wind up, that's that man's wife now. But we looked at it bad back then. I don't know what's going to happen with this. But right now, the young man loved this girl. Now they just need the grown folks. This is what they need the grown folks to do. The grown folks in their corner, his team, need to monitor and do and like what I said, Olivia Pope this thing. I'm sorry, Jim. But I just had to share that, man. Come on in, man. Come on, man. He said, no, Rob, you know the wives and the main things off limit. Everything, no. Wives and main things off limit if that's your partner. Wives and main thing. If I don't mess with you, hey, what Jimmy said, you ain't never been on my house and break bread with me. No, I'm just messing around. But I like that. I like that, big coach. See, big coach, you didn't agree, and I understand. But hey, them dudes wasn't like that, man. Them dudes wasn't like that. So Matt had to realize. Matt realized it now. That's a good dude for my wife. He realized it later. But what's up, Jimmy? What's going on, man? What they do around there this weekend? I know you was over there talking about the history was made and Wheatley going to Yates and play and all of that. What happened, man?
Oh shoot, Yates got sweet revenge against Wheatley. That's probably the most for his basketball in the state of Texas. that that is probably the most storied rivalry in the history of Texas basketball is Yates and Wheatley.
Okay.
One of the, you can make an argument for Wheatley Cashmere, but it cuts off. It doesn't have the same, angst to it as it did back in the 80s, 70s, 60s, whatnot. But this third ward versus fifth ward. And so it always normally brings out the best in not only the players, but the best atmospheres. So this particular game, years back, HISD decided to play most of their district games, all of their varsity district games, on neutral sites. So that means the only teams that played on the campuses are the sub varsities. So was a varsity tournament. The Houston ISD tournament used to be known as the JC's tournament back in the days. And these two teams met. HISD has twerked their format of this event to help provide more balanced games. Meaning back in the days, it used to be 32 teams. You go to the right, you go to the left. What that did was certain teams had no chance in 9 hells at winning this event. So it made for plenty lopsided first round games. And nobody wants to gonna spend their money nowadays. Back in the days, you paid $2 to get in, $5 tops. Now prices for a family aren't worthy enough. So that means now the games aren't that good. So they just made a decision along the way, which has resulted in this past weekend slicing the tournament or cutting the pie into 4 slices. You have a platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. Those are the 4 divisions, which is cool. So that means 8 teams in each division. I think the bronze division only had 7 teams because one team scrapped too late in the game to be replaced. So that means now each team will play 3 games, period. 8-team bracket, 3 games, period. Now, once again, Yates and Wheatley both won their first round, met up in the semifinals. And the location happened to be where the Platinum Division was at Yates High School. Here's what I would have done. And I wrote a piece on it and posted it on the Facebook feed. I also posted it in the VIP news on rcssports.com. You guys have never been in there, some good reading. It'll save you a whole lot of time and it'll keep you abreast of the happenings around the basketball scene in this part, primarily in this part of the state. Now, this back to the game. HISD made it also a decision, an economic decision, that instead of 3 referees, they would do 2 referees for most of from all of those preliminary rounds. I'm not sure what they did in the championship. I did not go to the championships on Saturday. So that means if you I did the math, and based on all of the games that were played, if there was 1 less referee, that basically saved HISD about $2,000-$3,000. So that's a lot that's saved. They don't have a title sponsor. If you are in a position where you are interested in becoming a major sponsor or even a title sponsor of the Houston ISD tournament, then send an email to chopshophtx@gmail.com, and I will be sure to put you in front of the person that you need to be in front of that can hear you. That way you make your presentation and you can roll with it from there. So they need a sponsor. Many people, this tournament holds a dear space in the hearts of many who grew up in and around HISD. It takes the extra revenue or extra monies to be able to attract teams to come and play. Period. On the campuses, HISD doesn't have the most grandest of facilities, but many of their facilities have been upgraded. Mostly all of their facilities have been upgraded over the past 15 years or so to 20 years. I think West Side got theirs done maybe 20 years ago. West Side High School. I think Chavez and Westcott got them done at the same time. But so here we are. Referees, people gonna always complain about refs, but these were 2 I think I had never seen these 2 before. So this particular game, it probably, if you're gonna do 2 referees, whoever did the assigning should have known to be 2 guys that can handle that type of. First of all, if you go Yates and Wheatley, even though the score, even I'm telling you, see your son, your business. She say needed 4, but even though the score was 71-61, but before going into the game, you're under the impression Yates Wheatley, there's going to be a lot of running. So you need the refs should be soaking wet after officiating a Yates and Wheatley game. The only reason, understand, the score 71-61, Hal, that ain't a result of them not running up and down the floor. It's a direct result of them missing so many damn shots. You understand what I'm saying? Though they had the opportunity for it to be 120 to 122, but they missed so many shots. I mean, pop, 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 miss, clank, 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 and they just changing clankness. So, but the
So it was a lot of
students,
shot takers, not a lot of shot makers.
yeah, I mean, and that's a lot. That's commonplace in a lot of these young kids nowadays. They emulate what they idolize, and when
What
you
they
practicing,
idolize? They idolize missing.
they idolize. If you're a guard, you idolizing the fact that you're thinking that your next shot is a start of you becoming the next Steph Curry. And if you're a big man nowadays, you feel like your next perimeter shot is the start of you becoming Karl Anthony Towns or Wemby.
Wait a minute. Well, you talking about this right here? Hold on.
Allow me to introduce you to today's NBA. We just got here. Clank. Hold up. You think it's done? It is not done, my boy. Hold up. We are going to get another Derek White. Clank. Hold up. You thought it was done? Ha ha ha. You're so silly. Hold up. Derek White for 3. Clank. That's today's NBA, fellas. Allow me to introduce you to...
Oh, so that's what they're idolizing?
Unfortunately, that's what it appears that they are. And
And he shoot 38%. That guy that shoot 38.5%. One of the best.
It's just the world we live in now, man. This it is what it is. Not to.
So you saying them kids were shooting a lot of, so they was missing layups or threes the other night? Or did you go to the game?
Yeah, I was at the Yates and Wheatley game.
Okay.
They missed more threes by far, more threes than layups. They did miss a fair share of layups in there, but the threes were evident. I mean, I'm talking about wide open threes. I'm talking about uncontested threes. For example, Wheatley themselves was, I think at halftime, they were 3-18 from behind 3-point land. That's Wheatley. 3 for 18.
You know what my question would be? Who would take them? And when y'all at practice, what's your percentage? And I wonder if them coaches charting that. That's just me. I'm talking about me. Everybody else don't think the game like I think it. So I'm just saying, my problem is I love the 3-point shot, but I just rather my best players shoot them. Now everybody think they can shoot a 3, and they can't. Hold up, they can't hit 5 out of 10 wide open, butt naked in practice. So that's why you're gonna shoot 10% to 10 to 20% in games. Because the people that shoot 70 and 80 in practice, in the games, they shoot 39 to 40%. So even the pros, the best in the world. So the 3-point shot is a hard shot, man. And what I think, and my problem is, I don't mind you take them, just let the right person take them. It ain't for everybody. It's not an equal opportunity. See, Jimmy, I've been around high school basketball. Everybody think they can shoot them. and I go to practice. I go to watch their workout. Dude, your ass, you done missed 30 in a row. This might not be your shot, player. But that's just me. That's just old Robert Hatter. I let the right people shoot them.
Yeah. So in this particular game, of course, once again, Yates pulled it off 71-61. I came into the game because this always remember saying, if you got a game where there's at least two unsigned seniors that have an opportunity to move the needle because they're both pretty much the same position. And that is Calvin Murphy III for Yates High School. Yes, he's the grandson of the Hall of Famer Calvin Murphy. And also a kid named Quentin Sanders from Wheatley High School. And these two have been leading their teams pretty much respectively in along the way this season. They are in the same district. This is the first time they played with their whole teams. They played once earlier in a key district to open up district play. Wheatley pulled it off, won the game by one possession, and now this time, okay, and in that game, Heather, Quentin Sanders did well. He outperformed Calvin Murphy. Calvin Murphy did well in that district game. He did well in that district game, but when it came clutch time, it was Quentin who made a play or two and was a slight difference. So favor goes into his corner. But when I left that game, the most valuable player in the district game was a ninth grader for Wheatley. A ninth grader, Adam. Ninth grader. And his name is Peter Dorsey. Peter Dorsey is about 6'3". You could tell he has a somewhat of a football frame. He's a round mound of rebound down on the low. He was dominant in their first matchup. So I'm going to see, the freshman. I've been keeping tabs along the way. I saw him play again twice since that. Of course, saw him in the season opener. Saw him at the Hoops Giving Classic. So this will be I want to see now in this type of setting, what is Peter Dorsey going to do? Alan, the team lost the game, but I always say, if you're going to lose, get paid. Peter Dorsey, he had 20 points, 14 rebounds in the loss. Now, Quentin Sanders had 19. All right? He had 19. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he had 19. But I'm impressed, but Peter Dorsey is a football player. And here's what happens. Along the way, whoever is in influence of him is probably right now in his best interest to use basketball to fine-tune his football agility. Because with that frame, he doesn't have to grow anymore. And there are players from Wheatley High School that are currently in the NFL. So there's been players from Wheatley High School that made it. So therefore, and not to say there ain't none that's made it. They've made it to the NBA as well from Wheatley High School. Yeah, but at 6'3", I don't think there's a player that's ever came out of Wheatley High School that made it to the NBA. There are players that's in the NFL that's shorter than Peter Dorsey. So I'm rooting for him to keep dominating in both sports. Right, the closest thing, you know what, Hatter? He's like a 6'3" Martellus Bennett for these guys right now. Like he was, and people that remember him back when. Remember, Fendi Unabon was supposed to be the man, or was the name brand guy on that A-Leaf Taylor team back in class of 2005. I think that was. So I wanted to give props to this freshman. Now back to who won this matchup. Calvin Murphy, I've seen him play about 3 times this year, at least. And I think he's played pretty much every minute of all of those games. I think that somehow he's the only player on Yates that plays every minute of every game. When I see that happening, I've saw him in defeat and in victory. That leads me to believe that possibly that's probably a deal that's made or agreement or acknowledge, hey man, we ain't gonna take you off the court unless you want to come off the court. There are times in these games I'm watching Calvin Murphy III that he needs to recharge his mental. Sometimes you might can argue he's in total shape. That's an opinion. But recharging your mental meaning that way now you can be able to come out there and make smarter decisions and be more of a yes, people are going to double team you. People are going to run candy defenses at you. People are going to do this and that. Guess what? That's what superstar on within a team. What red ant hasn't been double teamed, boxing one, or whatever? Who ain't? Hell, matter of fact, that should be a prerequisite for some of you guys calling yourselves great within your team.
If they ain't dumping, you ain't. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jim.
You know what? We gotta start asking that, Hal. When the people start telling us about little giants, they double teaming them, they triple teaming. Because double is one, and when they tripling or when they line and box, that we know
in the
what they
boxing
think
too.
about.
In the boxing too, in the Jimmy
triangle and two, triangle and two.
Yeah, I call it triangle and two. Boxing one and triangle and two. Yeah.
So right. That's everybody. Y'all start before you even bring that stuff to me with some new kid. Find out if he got good enough to where his peers.
But your big coach said something. He said, "Can they afford to take him out the game?" See, I ain't never seen him play. They can afford to take him out.
Yes, with this team now.
Just to call a lot of timeouts. Then that's what I don't understand. Why you go home with timeouts in your pocket? That's what I used to tell Coach. Coach, instead of taking him out, just keep calling timeouts if you need him a breather. Timeouts ain't no good when you take him home to your wife. Call timeout. Send him a break. Said, look, I'm getting him a timeout here. I'm going to get him a timeout here. How many timeouts they got in high school, Jim?
I think 5.
So what? Two and I got to meet.
No, they the whole game. They don't care. They ain't like,
so 5 the whole game.
Yeah.
Man, you better figure out a way to space them timeouts out.
But even in a timeout, that's a great way to recharge your mental. Guys, these kids are not the same. They're not cut from the same cloths that many of you guys were cut from. And that's why people always say, you look in the timeouts and the huddles and the coaches are talking. After so many words, those kids not even able to grasp that. They're not used to that type of communication. They communicate like this.
Jimmy, but they're playing basketball, so I'm not giving them no damn excuse. You're playing basketball.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not giving no pass.
You communicate. But, they're used to it. But some people just can't mentally. See, y'all think mentally tough is me. Oh man, I'll knock them. Now, mentally tough is mean when it get hard, you don't go. So what you're saying, when he get tired, he make mistakes. That's what it seemed like to me.
He's hindered himself from being dominant.
So you know what? Also, you know what he don't know how to do? I ain't seen him play, y'all. I had to teach this to my own. You got to learn. When you come out the game, your team is not that good. You got to learn how to relax a little bit on offense. I know you're the point guard, but you got to learn how to get you a breather on offense, but never take a play off on defense. But you have to train this, Jimmy. His mind got to be trained like that. You can relax. You can make plays. You ain't got to make every damn dribble move in the big to get you tired on offense. You can do other things on offense. You can rest on offense if you really know what you're doing. But now on defense, I need your ass Dan up. Ain't no resting on the defensive side. But I don't know if people teach kids that. Because if it hurts for me to take you out the game, I got to keep you in the game. You got to know. This is what I used to say. You got to pick your spots. And his dad knows that. And the coaches over there knows that. You got to, he said, fatigue will turn a man into cow. That's why I say you got to learn how to rest sometimes on defense. Smart dude told me that a long time ago. Man got to pick his spots, man. He can't go out there running 100 damn miles an hour on offense and defense. He's going to get tired. Your body just can't do it. And when your body tired, you already know everything else is going to go. So,
he's in the decoy mode. on the offense sometimes when he's not effective, that ball is not getting to him, and that is
That's the
and he
time to
hasn't
rest.
understand. That's if you rest on offense. My thing is this: a lot of those possessions. One thing you can watch a game, you can go to a game, you can watch the game, or you pay attention to the game. So I'm paying attention because I've seen this team play, not as this unit they have with the football players, but I've seen this team play about 4 times this season, 3 times. So now I'm looking and I'm watching Calvin Murphy the third. I'm paying attention to him probably more than any other player on the Yates team because he's the kid that's in need of acute evaluations that can help position him to keep playing at the next level, right? So I'm paying attention to him. Well, it's a possession that you're going to take off, and they're using you as a decoy. If they're putting you over in the far corner, then that means you are probably going to be the last man back up the court.
I wouldn't put him in the
when the ball's in the field.
I wouldn't.
So this is what I would have to.
Well,
you
that
have
ain't
to
his
think.
fault. That ain't his fault.
Yeah, that ain't. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
That's not his fault. I'm identifying. And know what I'm doing? And this is why I like guys, because people get on and they say, "Man, y'all getting on those kids, and you're talking it." Listen, man. Listen. This is the best time for what you call constructive. It's not even criticism. It's advice. Is when you after a win. Yates won the game. The best time I think to do that, you can really, really get it receptive after a win. You won the game, yeah, but you didn't do this, you didn't do that. Yeah. After a loss, then that's when these kids turn into they need a therapist then if you tell them what they did wrong. So I picked a time when Yates got a valuable, credible win. Right? They beat Wheatley at home, broke that, they got the monkey off their back.
They're in the same
play
district?
again.
Are they in the same district?
Yes, they're in the same district, and I think they play again in January out of the 14th at Barnett. So, but Calvin Murphy didn't have no field goals in the first half. So I'm gonna speak it. Remember now, we're gonna do it for one. Do it. No field goals in the first half, and Yates was still winning the game. That's when you asked me, could they afford to take him out?
That's a good thing.
No field goals, and you were still winning the game. 37-36 at the half. So he hit his first field goal, Calvin Murphy did, with about a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. He finished with, I think, 9 points. But this a win. So it's not about a scoring, it's effectiveness. In the second half, that third quarter, they finished on an 11-0 run to take the lead up to about 7 points going into the fourth frame. They were down by 3, right? Down by 4, did an 11-0 run on Wheatley, and it was 44-40. Next thing you know, it was 51-44. He was assertive at that point. So guess what? Cal Murphy did good in that access in the second half. Now, Yates played Bel Air in the championship. Oh, by the way, I mentioned Quentin Sanders, 19 points in the loss for that unsigned senior. Now, here's the deal. That was a head college coach that was at that game.
Division.
Division.
No,
division. It was a head junior college. Coach.
Okay. All right.
Right. And this head coach, I had spoke. He knew about Calvin Murphy already because that name brand, what you call it a designer name. He knew about Calvin Murphy. He had paid attention and evaluated him and has him on his radar. Had him on his depth chart of recruiting. Mm-hmm. Like me, I had during the Hoopsgiving Classic, I had told this coach about Quentin Sanders from Wheatley High School. Young man has a near 4.0 GPA. I mean, he's checking all the right boxes at the school and on the team. When coach got up and left the game, coach says to me, Jim, thanks. I said, well, yeah, thank what I ain't really know. I got I had told him. He say, the kid from Wheatley is everything that you advertised him as. He said, I need to see him again though. This is the thing. At this point in time in our society, in our culture, I strongly encourage you guys, if you can get a hold, some of you guys went to college somewhere. There are certain players you got to now, these non-division one opportunities, you have to start encouraging yourselves and these kids to stop ignoring them. Reach out to these guys, to these coaches if you have relationships. But here's the deal. Two things, and this come from another college coach, a Division I coach whom I spoke with over the weekend that was in Houston. And he says he wished more people, especially from this city. Well, he said Texas, but that includes Houston, would, when they're promoting kids or contacting them about kids, start thinking along the lines of, can that kid get this coach a pay raise? Or is it getting you a pay raise? That was a good comment from the coach, the way he delivered it.
How do people know whether or not it'll get a damn coach to pay raise or not?
You got an idea, Adam. Sometimes if a kid is, meaning that if he's, let's say if a kid is getting some light bites from a Power 5 conference, some light bites. Just say we go to Chris McDermott last year, right? So remember Chris McDermott, he had one offer, and that was Texas A&M, which he plays with now as a freshman. He was the player of the year, the Guy V. Lewis Award winner of the year in Houston, and after leading his team to state with Booker T. Washington in the junior season. Well, Chris McDermott had some lower level schools that he could have played at and would have probably been logging 25, 30 minutes a game and helping to boost his NIL value right now. Then those Power 5s would have noticed that and would have noticed him, what he did in high school was translated over. Now let's throw a bag at you. That means that first level college coach, it worked for him, because now that means if it worked for him and he won't get him for 1 year, I think Prairie View was one of the schools. The kid even put a Prairie View hat on and mocked like that was going to be his decision. Took the Prairie View hat off and then revealed his Texas A&M shirts up on his outfit. Well, at Prairie View, that would have been opened the door. That means if that would have succeeded and he would have went to Prairie View, played and produced. You got to produce now. He'd have played and produced. You're talking about what it does, it opens the door for any other kid now that might want to come and do that. You ain't stuck there. It's not an embarrassment. It's not a demotion. You're going to go and get the HBCU experience, play, and if you do it right and produce and do what you say you are, then you're gonna get you will increase your NIL and you're gone. Coach will help you get out of the door. That makes the coach more attractive. That makes you more attractive. So that's a win-win. You go to Texas A&M, you're not getting the coach a pay raise right now. That's what I mean. You're not moving the needle. Ain't nobody scouting for Chris McDermott when they play against him right now at Texas A&M as a deep reserve. So that's some of the things I think I was getting at. I explained to you guys. Now, when you advertise these kids to the coach, and as we go forward, Adam, I'm waiting on Doug Jones to finish because he normally this time of the year, he normally has the list every Tuesday on the college freshmen and how they're performing. And I'm curious to see what is listed because I want to know how many freshmen that's from Greater Houston that are performing as you guys would have thought a year ago. There are a lot of freshmen ain't playing right now, Al. But a year ago, the city led to believe just because a kid commits to a school, just because a kid signed with a school, the kid goes and get him a hot ass hoodie to wear in the summertime and with the school's logo on it, and everybody thinking when the season roll around, you forget all about it, and you look him up, he's not playing for some reason or another.
It's all right. As long as he plays a sophomore, I'm all right.
Well, that's the whole thing, though. But if that was
That's how I think.
But like if you in your mind, you read the book backwards.
Because I know how hard it is, though, Jimmy. So
they don't know how hard it is.
I'm gonna be a little bit more different because I know how hard it is.
They don't know how hard it is, and if they knew, and if they had the option, a lot of these kids, if you read the book backwards and rewind the tape, you can go here, but you're not going to play as a freshman. Would that kid still go to that school? Would he have still went? That's the question. Would you have still influenced that kid to go to that school if the coach would have just flat out and told, hey, man, I don't think he's going to play. We're going to give him a shot, though, but I don't think he might. Based on, everybody get better. Coach, it'd be hard for only a coach, like not many coaches have the comfortability to actually tell most kids that fit that description the truth on that. Now, U of H, Kevin Sampson he's done that. But not saying he's the only one. No, I'm quite sure a lot of coaches will. But that's the thing. So that means picking the right school or picking the right situation. Which is more important.
The crapshoot, though, Jimmy. It's not it's an art, man. It's not a science. It's not, you can't say A plus B equals C like that. You just never know. You just never know. You just never know. PJ Haggerty, perfect example. You just never know. He didn't play as a freshman. And now, he one of the best players in the country. I mean, you just never know.
I'm glad you mentioned PJ Haggerty. Right situation. When PJ Haggerty went to TCU, guys, you had Mike Miles and the other little kid that was in the backcourt with him who had started the season suspended for the first 6 games. Can't remember his name at TCU. PJ Haggerty, TCU knew that they was not going to fragment the minutes of those guys for PJ Haggerty. They knew that. PJ Haggerty and his family were led to believe that you were going to walk in there and get 100% fair shot at supplanting Mike Miles. He was a darling of DFW at the time. And that just wasn't the case. Just wasn't the case. It's like when Kendrick Davis went to TCU, the situation just wasn't right. You're playing behind a dude that's playing in the NBA. Hell, I think both of them dudes made a touch in the NBA that was in front of Kendrick at the time he was a freshman at TCU. Right school or right situation for what you are expecting to do. Now, when PJ Haggerty went to Memphis, or when he went to Tulsa, we expected PJ Haggerty to start for Tulsa. That wasn't even a thought. He better have started. Now, producing is another thing. That's where the crapshoot is. You're going to produce or you ain't. But we expected him to be in the starting lineup when the season's
began. You expected him because why would you expect him?
Because PJ Haggerty, based on what Tulsa had in the backcourt, they had one guy ain't coming back, and PJ Haggerty had enough size, and based on what we saw of him, the sample size that we saw of him, even from the 12th grade and even at TCU, you got to practice against those guys, and people like using that. If nothing else, you got that experience against some G League players. he better have started over at Tulsa. That wasn't even an equation. Now, him producing those numbers, which put him in the top echelon of the United States based on his classification, that's where the crapshoot is. That's time will tell. So once that happened, when he goes in the portal again and he picks Memphis, there was no doubt in my mind PJ Hagler was going to start at Memphis. Wasn't no doubt in my mind. Now, producing, once again, we go to say, well, you've done it against them. It's kind of like a boxing. You want to fight the champ, okay, go knock out him. Then you got to knock out Clubber Lang. Then you get to go against Rocky. You know, now we're going to see what you can knock Rocky out. Well, that's right now, early on.
Now he's one of the best players in the whole country. Right now.
Yes.
In the whole country. He one of the best players in the whole country. I didn't think I'd ever be saying that about him. I didn't. He just surprised the hell out of me. Some of y'all might have knew it. He surprised the hell out of me. But he got a unique ability to put that damn ball in the hole. And guess what? A lot of people can't do it. Shit, we already just said it. Some people just can't make them. Clank, 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 clank. Clank, 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 clank. But he gonna make them. And if you foul him, he gonna hit the free throw. Except the other night. But keep going.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So that's what, you look at it, guys, certain players that we see, especially unsigned seniors right now, they are going after the same Division I scholarships that the junior college kids are going for. So every junior college player out there is going for the same Division I scholarship offer that you, 1 to 2 years older than your kids, they're all competing for the same.
So, which is a good thing. I love competing.
Guess what? So you put it in perspective, things in perspective. That junior college coach, when he comes in the gym and evaluating, he's trying to find players that are better than the ones he got.
Of course. Every coach doing that.
That's the goal. The objective is to get a player that either is or can be better than what you have.
But evidently people don't know that, because some people be talking, man, he got another punt. I'm a punt guy, and he gonna go recruit another one. Shit, he need another one. He trying to upgrade your ass.
Giving you a free education for the opportunity for you to compete. That's why, guess what? That's why if you're that good, then you're going to get, remember, name, image, likeness comes into play now. So it means some people, those two guys may be competing. One of them may be earning more than the other one who beat him out. One of them is going to be earning more than the other one as it stands right now. So guess what?
You know what?
That don't.
You know, I keep forgetting. I want to ask. I saw my guy Divine Hugo. What's the little kid play for Clemson? He played the other night.
He's playing.
But his only problem is defensively he get lost. That's why they eject his ass up out of the game. He play hard, but he gonna do some freshman. He gonna do some freshmen, let him go back door a couple of times, and they had to bring him out of the game. If he just eliminate those things right there, he gonna be all right. But that team is not looking that good. That team got beat by Drake. Him and Tang. What's going on with your boy Tangalang up there, man? Yeah, he coach of the world. He's the best coach in the world 1 minute. Now he let everybody beat him. What's going on?
Well, part of getting the results as a coach, of course, recruiting is one thing, but getting the results is your ability to motivate those guys, those players, that team, to motivate them to feel that they are better than they really are, or you can motivate them to be for maximum output for 8 minutes, 4 minutes, 8 minutes, or even 16 minutes plus. Then adjustments has to be made along the way. Now, Tang, when he got that job, had a grand ability as a minister to be able to motivate. That's what Baptist ministers do, that have an uncanny ability collectively to try to motivate you to do something.
So motivate you. What's up? The motivation ain't working now.
So the NIL done came in. How it ain't that easy to motivate these kids now when they getting that when they legally they
Well, why can't
getting
you put
bags.
that blame on? So every college is dealing with that, Jimmy.
Yes, you asked about Tang though. I'm just telling you, and
But
it
every
spreads
college,
over.
you can't use that
He's not.
excuse though.
That's not an
If every
excuse.
college
That's not
is
an
dealing
excuse.
with
That's the
NIL,
reason. That's the reason. There ain't no excuse. Understand when you have a kid on your team, that's maybe getting 200,000, and he's out, and you got another kid on your team, and he's getting $2 million. And the 200,000 is outperforming the 2 million by doubling up on his staff. That means now it's hard for you to motivate me. You would need to pay me some more money. That's the stuff that they have to deal with.
this the problem that I had with this NIL mess. That y'all talking about. How do you don't want the kids to get money? Dude, you can't worry about what nobody else doing though. Well, don't take your ass to the NBA then. Cause it's gonna be some of that. It's gonna be a hierarchy up there worse than down there. What is done? That's got to be the Jimmy. That's a hell of that boy. Oh my God! Don't you know every team is dealing with that?
Yes, a lot of teams are, and the ones that in defeat. Now that's the thing. Those coaching staffs have to first identify it when there's in a fraternal or domestic rift and try to solve it. Now, and as you solve it, you still have to be winning. If you are in defeat, then that means now you can lose your team. You have to rebuild the whole foundation of the whole structure in some cases. Guess what? Hey man, this NIL, and I'm not mad.
So Tang just can't. He can't handle this. So he ain't finna quit like them other guys did, right? Like Jay, what his name? Jay Wright and them, is it? Because he can't deal with this.
No, I don't think that'll be the issue on that. Kansas, excuse me, the state of Kansas ain't necessarily. That's not the Bible Belt. Just that Tang.
He got to learn how to adjust. Tennessee ain't having no problem adjusting. Auburn ain't that rotten motherfucker. He ain't got no problem. Iowa State ain't having no problem adjusting. Duke ain't having no problem adjusting. Alabama ain't having no problem adjusting. Florida ain't having no problem. Kansas, Marquette, Oregon, they got the same damn problems that these guys have. Kentucky definitely got the same problem. UConn, that coach.
Most of the schools, half them schools you name, either done did two things. Either they were blue bloods or they done been to a Final Four in the last 6 to 10 years.
But my thing was in the beginning, Tang was such a great coach just a couple of years ago. Y'all was talking about they gave him a
but he was a great motivator. That thing, remember, Tang was the sound bite. Tang was he was the orator. He was the guy that's going to quote you some biblical passages. I'm telling you, that's part of his play.
Coach, you got to have stuff. Hold on. Texas A&M, coach. Ain't nobody been talking about Texas A&M. Don't you think Texas A&M having the same problem?
Every school has a magnitude of the NIL problem or the inability or lacking of or hindrance for motivating the players. Bottom line, you have to do whatever it takes to motivate these kids.
Absolutely.
That's why Bill Self, he decided one year, I'm gonna bring in Snoop Dogg to rap at the thing. Do whatever you can to motivate these kids. In some cases, when you're thinking that when you want to recharge or revalidate your hood card with these kids. So that's what you got to do. Some people go and they take teams out of the country to try to get them together, and some is gonna work for more than others. But we'll see how I go come conference time, and that's because that's the ultimate measuring stick in a conference like the Big 12, especially the newfound Big 12 with the addition of 4 former Pac-10, Pac-12 schools. And speaking of college teams, the new AP top 25 poll is out.
I'm looking at it.
Last week, it was 9. I was glamoring and glorifying that was 9 SEC teams last week. Guess what? It's 10 this week.
Who 10, got it?
Oh, I don't know in front of it, but 10
Is
SEC teams.
Arkansas snuck in.
Arkansas in there. 10 SEC teams are in the
They
top
dominate.
25, guys. That's damn near 40%.
Man, Sean Jones looked like a guy all world against Memphis the other day.
Oh, Mississippi State played them?
Beat shit out. Beat them like they stole something from Macy's.
So what was Mississippi State ranked?
They was ranked same 18.
What about now?
19.
What they ranked now?
Oh, they 19. They didn't even move up. They stayed the same.
What Memphis is now?
They dropped them out. They out of it now.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, they will go. Yeah, they're gonna drop. They
Mississippi State must have lost to somebody else then, I'm assuming, if they ain't moved them up at all.
No, they
beat
moved them up. But them and Memphis was around the same. It was around the same. I think 18th and 19th. So it really didn't move no needle. I mean, both if they had a loss, they'd have pulled their ass out too. So that was a big game. And them dudes came to play. Them dudes were whooping them dudes like them dudes too soft in Memphis. Yeah, I said soft as soft. Soft as Doc. Somebody just texted me. It said, hey, man, but I'm gonna show you what's going on in college basketball. It's crazy, man. Cause I would have never thought this guy would have did this, man. This Dennis Gates, who'd have been on this show. Watch this, man.
Robinson on the other side can't finish.
He told his assistant coach, if you don't get your ass over there, I'm going to fire your ass. Jimmy, I got to show that. Man. Dennis Gates too cool for that. Then he came in the press conference. Jimmy, this the pressure these black coaches up under.
Hey, you see my dude CY went and held him back, had to get him back. Guess
what he told CY? If you don't get your ass over there out my way, let me show it a little bit farther for you.
Yeah.
He told CY this.
Interference. Robinson on the other side can't finish. While the game was going on, Dennis Gates was.
He told CY, if you don't set your little ass down, you gonna be fine, buddy.
And the normally
when he came out that press conference, man, this the pressure these coaches up under, man. These coaches under lie. Jared Harris gonna see him. You're a freshman, man. We just told y'all about freshmen.
He saw the court. Hell, he didn't saw the court. Y'all stop that.
Man.
He saw the court early.
Yeah. He need to see the court.
Jared
Harris need to quit losing his man defensively. Evidently, you ain't watching when he go. Go back and go watch every game that he got in, and watch what happens. He gonna get back.
He's seen the court.
That gets you. That don't. I love Jared Harris, but that Antoine, that ain't good enough, baby. That ain't good enough. You just don't put. Huh? What you say, Jim? Go.
No, I was just thinking. You showed like CY and Dennis Gates. Mm-hmm. They both came from up under the tree
of Leonard Hamilton.
Of Ham over at Florida State. Leonard Hamilton is expected to lay it down because of this NIL and the way that this stuff is. Leonard Hamilton, like you mentioned, who's going to be next? Leonard Hamilton is probably going to say, man, this is a whole new now with these young kids. The way you got to communicate and the way you have to coddle the kids and the parents. And now more people have been empowered that didn't have more layers are involved in each
Man, they
kid
got some
now.
clowns out here, Jimmy, that's telling these kids what to do. I'm telling you right now.
And there's no rules to govern these people at all.
Not nary a one.
And that's, it's like, I get it, but, and it's like the respect factor. The respect factor is where it lacks all around the board. And I tell you guys, that's the biggest thing, because the respect is not emphasized from the elder or the peoples of influence into these young people.
No, they don't.
You see, you still certain people,
Jimmy,
like you mentioned earlier, Hatter. If you go, they're gonna give you good. They're gonna give you the good, the great ink and the good pub and the good when you're doing well, and you're gonna accept them and respect their evaluations at that point. But the minute that you start stinking and they tell you need a new diaper, then now you don't respect them anymore. Or you don't say nothing anymore, or they don't know what they're talking about anymore. Then you challenge their resume. But you didn't do that when they were telling you how good you were. That's the thing about respect. And very few possess that ability, these young kids, to have the respect to even know you don't have to kiss nobody's ass to say hello. How you doing? That doesn't take no ass kissing. These kids walk around as though the ink providers owe them something. They do, Adam. Okay, owe them something.
It's a new generation.
Not to say that nobody says thank you. Yeah, there are some out there. Yes, I'm talking about, but you guys know, and y'all all see it. If you haven't seen it or if you haven't paid attention, then just start paying attention now to these young people whom are considered to be the next ones up and the prima donnas, and just watch how many of them, watch how they interact, watch how they go. Hicks, I'm waiting to see where Cam Newsom and Elijah Sherwood ends up. Cam Newsom is at Travis High School. Elijah Sherwood is at Hitchcock High School. The way it stands right now, non-Division I schools, if you want to maximize their time, and you know any non-Division I school out there with a basketball program, that here's what I would do. Simple. Before we gotta get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, we gotta go.
I would go, since you ask about those two, that means you must know one or both of their families.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the family to write down the names of every city that they have relative, immediate family members living in. And of those names of those cities out of town, circle the ones that they get along with best, that they trust their kid or trust their kids around your kid. Even though they cousins, some people don't want their cousins to be hanging with them cousins there, because them cousins there might be doing some stuff. So circle the ones you trust and try to narrow it down to maybe 3 to 5. Then you go and look up every non-Division I school in that city, in or around a 20-mile radius of those where your kinfolk live at. Once you identify that, then you go look those schools up, look up their basketball roster, look up their coaches, you get a printer, print their stats. Then that way you look at the roster and you can see about how many players in their last 2 to 3 box scores. You want to print the last 2 to 3 box scores, because that way you can tell. Stats can be misleading. That's like right now, Hal, if you say what Jared Harris, he might be averaging 8-10 minutes a game because he probably played so many games early in the season, but that's not really have a reflection of what he's playing right now. Those were early on. So you got to look at the last 3 box scores. You look at those, and then that way you can tell how deep that coach goes into his rotation. But you contact those schools in those cities where you have kinfolk at. That helps on bad days for the mental of your kids or your kinfolk. You contact them, let them know what these kids are doing. You don't need me to do that. You don't need Doug Jones or Archie to do that for you. You can do it yourself. Now, what you do is you need to include references. For more information, contact this guy or this guy or this guy. That's what you got to do. That's all you got to do. Somebody's going to bite, man, with the resume. You're talking about Elijah Sherwood. They've won state back-to-back years in Texas. I know it's only 3A, but our 3A is equivalent to the top class in a state like North Dakota. You know? So you do that. A guy like Travis Newsom. Travis Newsom had a game. Cam Newsom. Cameron Newsom, he had a game in TABC back in June where he had 6 threes in one game. He's leading Travis. They just beat Fort Bend Austin like they stole something the other day. Fort Bend Austin had Oak Cliff Fate family by double digits early this season, lost in overtime. This team, Fort Bend Austin, just beat Travis a week and a half ago. Travis came back and mollywopped him. So he has a body of work. Guess what? And there's been a string of Division I players that have came from Travis High School. So that head coach should know, Coach Brownson, he should know what a Division I player look like if that college coach calls him and talk to him about Cam Newsom. Remember, he's had McDonald's All-Americans. He's a public school coach that's had 2 McDonald's All-Americans in the past 12 years. Ain't many public school coaches in the country can boast that. So he knows the highest level, and he's had kids like Little Hill. What's Little Hill who went to Longwood? Then went to Georgia. Justin Hill.
He can play.
And his brother. Think about it. Nobody thought it. So he had the kids who gotten out the mud. So Cam Newsom ain't gonna be the first or the last to get it out the mud. Little Justin Hill had to get out the mud, and he waited, and he and he produced, and he took advantage of opportunities. That's all you gotta do. Stop blaming so many people. You're giving many people too much credit. When at the end of the day, it all comes down to an audition. And if you can hit the right note in front of the right ears, that's all this stuff comes down to for many people, guys. I'm sorry, but it is. Think about it like American Idol. Some people can sing the doors off the church house on Sunday. You get on that show and it come down to you singing one song. Either you're gonna blow it out, either you're gonna sink or you're gonna swim. But anyway, that's it for the day, man. We gotta get the hell up out of here. Slide on down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this holiday.
Yeah, happy holidays, y'all. I'm out of here.
So man. you guys I'll probably see you guys on Thursday.
Thursday.
I gotta go make the mall run tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Okay, cool.
I gotta go make the mall run.
I don't know.
Even if I don't get it, I gotta look like I'm getting something. If I ain't getting it, I can't stay. I gotta go look the part. I gotta go look the part.
You know, I was thinking about man, Nordstrom's, man. Boy, you see what Nordstrom's about to do? They about to go private. They finna buy out their shareholders and say, we don't want y'all to govern us no more. We're gonna go back private. We're gonna give y'all $24 a share. We're gonna buy y'all's ass out so we can be back private. See, going to the mall ain't like it used to, man. But I'm out of here, man. I got to go. All right.
Good deal.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.